Welcome to the United States Grand Prix. We're in Austin, but there are no wild cowboys on the track this weekend, just some serious horsepower. It's sure to be a race to remember. The Circuit of the Americas has it all. Twists and turns, steep climbs, fast corners, and a power-hungry Sector 2. Quite a headache to balance, even if teams will be looking at maximising downforce overall. With the season nearly concluded, time is running out for the teams. Can anyone make a last-minute breakthrough? Can the leading drivers hold on? Only time will tell. Okay then, let's get to it. Race day has arrived and the time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel.
Haas proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. AlphaTauri did rather well in qualifying. Let's see if they can manage to achieve a strong start for the race itself. We've been having sunny weather here today, but there are some clouds looming that might complicate things for teams further down the line.
No doubt, there's a lot to contend with here at the United States Grand Prix. It's going to be a thrilling outcome to a thrilling weekend. I don't want to tempt fate, but there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. There we see Kevin Magnussen. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. Everything's been building to this. Sit tight and get ready. It's the United States Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
And like that, welcome back to the States. And I'm sorry, I did I changed some of the audio, and I may have things a little too loud. So I'm gonna need to pause things for a second and come right back. Hold on 1 second, folks. Okay, sorry about that. I think I had to go away for a second, but I think...
Let's just get into a rhythm.
I'm looking at my meters over there, and I'm thinking that I should be good in relation to everything, but again, I messed with this a few times during the season.
Advance the race position!
And, yeah, of course. And I don't think they've always been all that great, so we'll have to see what this means. Anyway, we're here in the States. And our guys started off, 12th and 15th, or 12th and 14th. Had a good practice, had a good, prep for this. Got some new parts on the cars. Let's kind of go through things. So here we are looking at Schumacher first and foremost. Well, let's see. Let's check. I guess you're not going to get much of his telemetry right here. He does have. Where's he at on powertrain? Let's see his. Tires are good, brakes are good. Okay, his engine's 41, so his engine is fine. It's not going to have an issue. His ERS is 41. His gearbox is brand new, 93. And so we put that new one in. I think it was a little bit of a penalty for a replacement, but he should be okay without it. And everything else is good. We got new parts. Wait, if I go back here again, does it show? It doesn't tell you what kind of stuff that he's running, but I think we got new chassis, side pods, and underfloor, I believe, for both these cars. His strategy is going to be running a soft, medium, hard.
That's a new race position for Haas.
Let's check it out.
We can take a look now. All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here.
Well, just barely.
And they get past, which moves them up a position.
Barely. I don't even know if he finished that off, did he? I mean,
the team watching on and clearly loving that.
Except this guy's in a trance for some reason. Cookie, my kitty's back here, and she's got the space heater blowing on her. So anyway, everybody in this is expected to make 2 pit stops here in Austin, Texas, and yeah, it's pretty exciting. So He's going to go soft, medium, hard, and let's jump on board and see what it looks like to be racing next to Red Bull at this point. But Red Bull's going to get around him, I think. He's on the straight. It's for stopping there.
Good job, Kev.
Magnussen's up on 11 now.
Haas with an overtake there.
Okay, he just passed him again. So apparently he passed him, there was a battle, and then he got out ahead. But look at Schumacher ahead of the fastest man in the world right here. Not bad, huh? So his car is in good shape. We got, you know, new enough parts that I think we do well. Let's see, the crucial parts for this course were supposed to be cornering, I believe. Cornering and high speed. We got the high speed. I think we're a little under the grid in cornering. But the drivers both have some
DRS enabled.
Oh no, DRS is enabled. Now you're gonna see Verstappen get around us. Yeah, oh, there he's on the outside, but we're both gonna put the DRS on, aren't we? Or are we? Maybe not. He didn't put it on yet. And beautiful day down here in Texas. It's all right. It's all right. He's still got him on the outside though, and he's not giving it to him. I do like that about Mick Schumacher. He's not giving it away, but
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
it's all right, man. It's Max Verstappen.
We'll totally catch them up, okay?
Oh my gosh, he almost hit him there. Did he get back around him? Holy cats! Look at that, Mickey boy. Almost, sort of. He's doing well, but
Okay, you're currently P16.
so anyway, this might go on for a little bit, but look at Schumacher fight him though, like a prize fighter.
Red Bull gained a place.
Way to go, German. Alright, Magnussen getting passed now by Sainz. But that's okay, because although he's not letting him have it either. Magnussen now, he has got, looks like Sainz right in front of him, Stroll behind him.
Okay, good job, Kev. That's one.
Oh, but then he lost it again there. Okay, so then, nope. Alright, well, that's going to go back and forth, but once Sainz gets ahead, look at that though.
Haas with an overtake.
This track is just wide enough for them to pass basically anywhere.
Mega job, mate.
Yeah, we're not expecting him to hold that, but it's Carlos Sainz for crying out loud. Anyway, his car, let me tell you about his car. Let's check this telemetry going on this back stretch.
Wow. Okay, we're still okay.
Uh-oh.
Red Bull moved up.
Well, that's okay down there. He can get up ahead of Albon and Vettel as well. I didn't see what it was on the telemetry. Anyway, his car, look at his car. Now, he faced a penalty in the placement, which put him back here, but he can race his way up because now he's racing Stroll. All right, he got ahead of him. Brakes good.
Keep that up.
Yeah. And he's doing well. His engine's 94%. We just bought him a new Ferrari engine. So he doesn't have to worry about the engine at all. ERS at 60, gearbox 92. His car's good for this race and the next one, at least. Engine cooling should be helped by our new chassis and our new side pods. And I think we're working on new ones, too, to keep that, getting even better. All new, all that new stuff I just mentioned. His strategy, he's going to go a medium, hard, and back to medium, because I want him to get fast to start, get a nice long ride there in the middle, and then hopefully fast at the end as well. So, those are our strat emojis. Let's follow him around the track a little bit. He put a little distance between him and the guy behind him. Not too much, though, but he's got Ocon. He can get around. He should be able to get around both of these McLarens. And now we're going to go to the interval. The leader tires. Okay, here's where we're at. All right, so Norris and Ricciardo are on soft, which is helping them out. But they're going to come in before these other guys. And we're going to get past both of them. We should be able to pass Ocon. I don't know about Joe. So we should go up to 7th. And then I think as we stay on those hards for a while, when we come in, we should be good.
Job.
I like his chances at the end of the race to get within the top 10. I'm going to say if he races well and doesn't crash.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Nice. Let's watch it.
Let's see what happened there. Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
Nice one, Mick.
And there they go, moving up a position. Just incredible maneuvering. The driver's team there cheering them on.
All right. Back to Magnussen here, though. I think he could get 9th if he races well. I think Schumacher will get 12th if he races well. That's my estimate early race. But we'll see. It's 2:07 p.m., 25 degrees down here on the track. I don't have my phone on me, so I can't do the conversion. 40% chance of rain in the next 4 minutes, so that could change everybody's strategy. And I hope it doesn't, because that would be, I'm not going to be good at that stuff, folks.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
Russell.
Here's the replay. Now let's look at this. Here's George Russell, and there's the lockup. It almost got away from them entirely.
He's got Alonso around him now. We're all kind of tight here. It's the different pitch strategies are going to make a difference. Unfortunately, I had kind of a big guess there, but we'll see. Yeah, so it's good to be in Austin, Texas for this F1. Kind of a neat little dip right there. Let's see. Let's go to his fin, his front wing. Show you what that looks like. 6 inches off the ground at 200 miles an hour. Not really, probably 150 here. It's kind of a little slalom there, kind of a fun slalom. And then you're going to get this a little bit more. The stretch though is really, I want to get his telemetry on the stretch. We'll go back there again. But yeah, there's some fast turns here. And he caught up to people pretty well there, but now he's got to get off this turn in a hurry. Let's check his telemetry. Because this is the long straightaway. He should get to 8th gear. No, 183 miles an hour. Okay, well, I thought he could have got to 8th gear. If you can't get to 8th gear on that stretch, when are you going to get there? I don't understand. Well, yeah, so we're not going to have any breakdown of parts. That's not going to factor in here today. Our parts should be good and last well. So hold on, I'm going to mute this while I blow my nose. Okay, so track is dry, track rubber is low, track grip is normal. Pit window is already entered for Schumacher. Can you believe that? Let's see here. I'm going to be doing some things during this race today in the studio. My company has these perks rewards for long-term service. I've been working there for decades, so I was able to get through, some stip. I was able to get this monitor a couple years ago. I had another reward thing. Been there 22 years, and get to pick from a catalog of stuff. And I got a USB microphone. Something Labs. ULab or something, little desktop USB microphone. It's actually a nice microphone. It's got an omnidirectional and a cardioid, and I was a sound major, so I understand the benefit. That comes on a nice little stand here, like you'd see in a radio broadcast. You've probably seen, you know, streamers with this stuff like that. I'm not really the streamer, but I got one now because they got it for me. It's like a $75 microphone. And through another part of my thing, I was able to get some Amazon gift card. Able to buy the boom for it, so now I got this boom. So I got a mic boom and the mic. So going forward in the next, at least in the next couple of weeks, now I don't know, I'm going to be getting a new PC at the end of the year. Have an all new setup. And it's going to have, I think I'm going to have better USB port management, peripheral stuff on there. But until then, we have Magnussen in 10th now.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
All right, both us get around Schumacher. It looks like they're still battling it out. They're kind of leapfrogging there. But Schumacher's going to come in first anyway. And he's probably going to come in before Vettel also. Schumacher's going to drop near the bottom. Just because where he's at. But he can work his way back in. I think, yeah, again, he's going soft, medium, hard. So he'll get end of race. He'll get a little benefit at the end of the race going long term when other cars come in. Anyway.
Very good job.
So now I've got a boom and a mic to set up here. And I'm going to try and set them up now while this race is going on so that I can start to use this. I just don't know if I have the available ports. Right now I've got a headset mic. And I did some looking around. This is actually one that Pete, my brother-in-law Pete, if you're ever on the channel, you know Pete pretty well. We do a lot of online gaming together. I got a wireless headset mic. I was looking so hard for a good mic. And the fact of the matter, when it comes down to it, there really is no good, mic, headset and mic with a good mic. It's just, they're not, there's ones that are good. There's not ones that are real good. It's just either bad or okay. And this one's okay. But anyway, I got this other one, the wireless one, and it did not sound good. And I was disappointed because somebody said it was good. You know, there's some good reviews on it. I'm like, well, this is trash. And then I thought, well, why didn't I think of this before? And I know I've said this before on my channel. I don't know if I'm saying it again. You heard it. Never mind. I thought, well, I think Pete sounds pretty good. Go over to his channel. He's Pete, Pete_J. on YouTube, PJ Play on Twitch. Go subscribe while you're there. He's a good guy. I think he's at 189 subscribers at this point, so he's looking to get to 200. So let's help the boy get there. Anywho, I thought he always sounded pretty good. And I said, why didn't I just think to ask Pete what the heck he was using? And he told me, and I ended up getting the latest model of what he was using. I didn't think they didn't have the same one he was still using. They had like a couple models up from there. But I thought, why didn't I do that in the first place? You idiot. Here's somebody you think sounds good. Say, hey, what's that? And go get it. So that's what I'm using now. It's a good headset and microphone. I think it works pretty well. Although when I'm doing this here, I record through OBS. I do use an equalizer, and I have some lower end boost to give it a little bit warmer of a sound. I don't want it to sound like, like I'm right next to you, trumpeting in your ear. So it's more of a soothing. You get some of the more soothing tones the lower end. And it actually sounds to me more like I think I sound, because obviously when you speak, you hear yourself in your head. It's deeper than what you really sound like in real. Let's go with the pit options. Right? This is Schumacher. Hold on one second. He's at 54. Vettel's going in the pit now. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to ignore. I'm going to go one more lap. He'll go around again, and then I'll bring him in. That way he won't be at the bottom. And maybe he gets enough gap between him and the guy who just pit in order to, when he comes in, stay ahead of them. That's my hope. Ricardo's still out there on his softs. Ricardo up ahead of us. I don't even see him on the list behind Ocon, but he's up there But yeah, he's up there right in front of. Okay, so anyway, Probably gotta come in when Ricardo comes in here. So that's what I'm using now. It's good, it works, it's fine. But again, like I said, I kind of an opportunity to get this new mic, so this should be even better quality. I should sound better. And now that I've got this mic with the boom,
You're currently P15.
I could use this headset, or I could use my noise canceling headphones,
That's
just
a
regular
position
headphones.
gained for Alpha Tauri.
Bluetooth them. Oh boy, ghastly. Come on, Nick, you should. All right, Mick's coming around now. So once this goes to there, I'm gonna call the pit window. Did it go? Okay, there it goes. Now we're gonna go for pit. Pit options. He's going soft, medium, hard. So we'll go medium. Hard parts are good. All that stuff to pit this lap.
Okay, we'll box now, Mick. Box now. Copy. Box this up.
Alright, this is from Mick Schumacher's over the head here. Which you can see, that's this camera right there when you do the over the head. It's right, and it's fluted, you know, sloped to the back so the aerodynamic forces don't cut against it. Then you got this one that's sort of over the shoulder. I don't know what this one looks like when you're looking at the car. I'd have to see it. But anyway, here's where he's at. Tires getting warm. Never you mind, man. You're gonna slap new ones on. Then you have to warm those puppies up. But just go all out, Gary. Don't let them pull back. So yeah, and I'll be able to put that boom on a mic. I mean, that mic on a boom, so I can get that right up near my face or underneath it. Because you want to go underneath it, having, you know, taken live sound courses. Some people have problems with the plosives. Your P's and stuff will blast into the mic and make a booming sound. You're taught when setting up mics, or when you're speaking into a mic, if you have to speak to, try and talk over the top of it. You put it just under the if you don't have, you know, what's called a plosive protector, whatever that is. It's the thing that you put a little circle of fabric that goes in front of the microphone that supposed to
Okay,
pop filter.
understood.
That's it, a pop filter. I had to think about it.
And white line, white line.
All right, here he's in. He's dropping to 15. I don't think he's gonna fall all the way back though. This is Vettel back here.
It's not over for us.
I guess I'm back
Oh,
at 8.
and Ferrari just gained a place.
Oh, he may fall all the way back. But he's got mediums on now. He's got to go slower. Now, can he get out ahead of this guy? No, he can't. He's going to fall 20th. Isn't he? Or is he? Yeah, he does. Okay. All right, he's all the way at the bottom, but he's 99%. These guys are all going to pit before. He's going to pit before him. 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 He's going to pit. He's going to pit. He's going to pit. He should be able to gain on all these guys. So I'm not concerned with him now. And he should take Vettel organically anyway. So I'm not too concerned. We can watch him for a little bit in the back. Well, now we want to go to Magnussen. He's at 8. Hamilton at 14. We can check that one out.
Let's take a closer look. Now watch this. Lewis Hamilton involved in this one. It's a lockup, and that could be costly.
There's nobody behind him. Oh, okay, there he is. I'm like, every time
And that was a bitter
a
blow for the
competitor
team.
locks up, they're like
And
a
it may have
football
really
field
hurt
ahead of the next
their
guy.
overall chances.
And they don't get past. All right, my cat has left the room. Now she tends to explore back here in the adjacent room, but I gotta make sure she can get out the door, so I may need to go for a minute. So let me step away for a minute to let her out. She needs it, but although she pretty much stands against the door and then pushes it open, so she's good. So I'm gonna assemble this boom and mic, and then I can just use other headsets or this headset without this mic on. Get it under my face there, and should have some better sounds. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun to do. I gotta think of where I want to put this thing, because I think I have to put it, it can swivel. I need to put it, I have two desks, like I said, next to each other. I gotta put it sort of toward the middle, so whichever side I'm on, I can bring it up in front of me. And I could even reach it out, I suppose, if I'm doing VR facing the wall. Although I don't think, yeah, I don't think I would use the boom mic in VR. Just because I can't see where it's at when I got the headset on. So when I do VR, I'll probably run this headset and this microphone. That's only going to be for the other games where I'm playing in 2 dimensions. So I'm going to want to open this stuff up, but I may need to go out there and get my glasses anyway because I got to read what's on the packaging. It's like Christmas in October. I'm actually opening stuff now, and I will need my glasses because I'm sure there is instructions. I mean, you might be able to figure this out on your own, but I'm not confident in my own ability to do something without making sure I've done it right. Let's see here. I'm going to kick my chair back there so I can move around. I don't see her, so I don't know where she went.
Doing great.
She tends to go up and explore in areas that are hard to get her out of. But she's pretty good.
Haas with an overtake there.
Haas, Schumacher overtakes Vettel. I told you. And I have something in my hand, so I couldn't get to the replay. All right, looks like we're entering the window for Magnussen. Wait, we want to come back here. Right? We're nearing the pit window. Track grip is high now. That's good. It's always good to have good track grip. Oh, I have to bring some other stuff out here. I need some other things out here. Sorry, I'm the last 2 races. I'm doing something while the race is going on, but you know, as the principle, much of what we've done is to lead up to the race. We're keeping track of where they are, what's going on. I can speculate based on what I see on the tire, where everybody on the track has mediums on now, and that first half of the lineup is going to come in around the same time, or thereabouts, within 5 laps of each other. Norris is in good shape. Norris and Ricciardo at McLaren are in good shape. But Magnus
So Whippy 7.
up in 7th already. And Alonso just going into the pit.
Haas with an overtake.
All right, Magnussen overtakes Joe. Look at Magnussen. Wet weather predicted. Uh-oh. That's
Sounds like a spin.
Oh, all right, he's got the DRS on. Norris. This is gonna, if this is wet weather, this is going to do something. Oh, had to avoid the crash there. That's a jerk move. Get him, Kev. Come on, Kev. You're my boy, kid. Kevmo. All right, these are the little clasps. This is this thing. And that's that thing. This is this thing, that is that thing. I think I need to go search for my kitty and make sure she's not getting into too much trouble back here. This is obviously the clasp, and yes, that's what I want to make sure there was rubber grip on this so that it doesn't dig into my... That's very nice. Yeah, this looks like it's going to get wet. Tires are getting a little warm. I need to see 55% chance of rain. This, I may have him go a little long. I've only had one other race where we've had rain, and I don't know if I handled it well. Okay, I know Magnussen's going to go out, then I can keep him out until we get some precipitation. But Schumacher's already been in, and so I don't know. I'm sorry. Ooh, this is neat looking. Good boom there in it, and it's not heavy. It's not I got a cheap one, folks.
You're currently P6.
It's not heavy, which I guess is good. It's light, but it's
Is that a new race position for Haas?
wow. Magnussen overtakes Ocon. And Verstappen. Look at him go. Look at you go, Kevy. Track grip's high. 55% chance in 2 minutes, although... See, I'm interested if the game does that. Whoop. Bye, Cookie. Alright, I'm gonna go close that door now that she's leaving. Alright, I'll be right back, folks.
There's rain.
Yeah. Alright, now we got the rain coming in. I see that now. So that's going to be easy. It's going to be an easy call for Kevin. But it's not going to be an easy call for Schumacher. Schumacher is almost 20. I'm going to have
Red
him...
Bull gained a place.
Okay, so these are intermediates. So if I pick this one. Alright, so this one doesn't conflict with my strategy? It says it does, right? We'll overwrite it. Yeah, I want to. Right? Because it is... I'm sorry, intermediates are 1 to 4 millimeters. Mandatory compounds. I don't know. I don't know. I was going to pit him now. Before everybody else. Where is this at? One...
Great job.
Okay. Let me think about this a second, people. I still think he should go intermediates, don't I? Doesn't let me.
And we will box now. Copy for box.
Let's see. I'm watching this. It's already making its way up to 135. 3 minutes, 55% chance of rain. These guys are going to come out with intermediates, right? Okay, so his pit, he's also going to come in the next time. 142, I don't know whether to go with wet or intermediate. We'll see what they come out with. Alright, they're coming out with intermediates. Alright, it looks like they're doing intermediates. So let's go to Schumacher and watch him come in.
Copy, pit entry. Yep, understood, understood. And white line, white line.
There's traffic in here. And meanwhile, Magnussen's 4th place. Look at those treads. 145 looks like we're topped out. All right. Got new shoes. All right, we're not even in last place. That's good for him. Okay, Magnussen's up at 5th. Leclerc's coming in for the pit. Let's go back to Magnussen. He's going to get intermediates. He's slowing down because he's got mediums on. He doesn't want to spin out. People are going to start to catch up behind him. The intermediates behind him are going to go for it. But yeah, he's running slow here. The intermediates are going to pass him unless he fights defensively. You go a little faster there. And now he's going to make his pit here. Don't hit the wall, come in the pit.
They've locked up and gone straight on.
Alonso. See if anybody's going around him here. Alright, you got new treads on. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Go, 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 go. Gas it, gas it. Everybody ahead of you's got intermediates as well, so you're not going to work in your favor. Alright, 9th place. He's held it in 9th place. Everybody's got the same here. Can he pass any of these guys? Gasly, Bottas, Alonso, Verstappen, Russell. Maybe one. I think 8 might be his best. He's got nobody right on him. That's good. But the guy in front of him is right there. He might be able to. We'll see. And Schumacher's made his way back up to 15, so that's good. All right. So I think last time we ran wet, my drivers did okay. I guess everybody's got the blinkers during wet weather. Kind of like use extra caution near car in front of you. But you still have to pass. I mean, it's a race still. So, we ganda, right? We ganda. All right, I'm gonna get. I also was able to close my sliding door in here too, which means I got a space heater on. And when I have that door open, it tries to heat the whole basement, and it never gets there. But it just got to 70 degrees and turned off. All right, MO2. Let's find this out. Boy, I would never be able to read this without my glasses. Ain't no way. Okay. It's in Japanese. This is Korean. No, this is Korean. Is there English? Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, microphone stand. The MO2. 1. Fix the strong clip on the desktop. The corresponding range is 1 to 5 centimeters. Okay. So it looks like that swivel goes in the bottom. So that is what we are going to do. that's what they want us to do, then we're going to do it.
Haas with an overtake there.
Schumacher, watch a replay. I didn't see it.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now just focus on the Haas.
Look at you, kid. Maybe he's a better wet racer than Ocon there. Oh, right before the pit,
They
too.
take advantage and muscle their way through. Excellent work.
Way to go, kid.
I think it's safe to say that went down well with the team.
It is safe to say that. It is not dangerous to make that comment. It never was. All right, Schumacher 14th. Let's go, Joe. Back on Kevy here. Kevmo, he's got Percy, the red engine behind, or the green engine behind him. He's got Gasly in front. Is it? That just pivots around. Okay. So this one, I'm going to want to put this Ratna. There we go. Clasp that. There's as far over. Well, shoot. Oh, yeah, I can do it this far over that way because this thing swings back. And this arm is going to want to get on here good and tight. I'm working on my studio as we talk, people. So when you hear me in most of my future videos, you can go back to this video, watch it again to see when Tommy G upgraded his audio sound right at about lap 21 of 56 at the U.S. Grand Prix. As Kevin Magnussen was in 9th place, and old boy, what's his face? Over by there. 9th and 14th. Feeling good. 2.6 millimeters, and this was to 4 millimeters. These tires are rated. 35% chance in 4 minutes. I think we're good with these until... So that was the problem. I didn't see the next pit window. Schumacher was going soft, medium, hard. So he'll stay on these until he gets to the hards. Unless the rain doesn't clear, then we'll go to another pair of intermediates. Same with him. But he'll go to another pair of intermediates or back to medium. So that's the plan, good friends. Now 9th is where I thought he would end this race, Magnussen. And if he did, now he's ahead of both McLarens, which is where we need him to stay. He's ahead of one of the AlphaTauris. Would really like to see him pass Gasly. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Excuse me. But yeah, AlphaTauri is just ahead of us in the rankings, so we want to gain on them. And McLaren's behind us. We want to keep them back. I think the audio levels look good from where I'm looking, at least by looking at meters. So I'll have to listen to this back and see how it goes. Okay, so I got the clamp on there. Assemble the extension rod to the iron clip. The extension rod to the iron. The extension. So that's this one. Just slightly problematic in the sense that this rod is in my vision now when I look to the other monitor. The good part about that though is, see, I'm using a monitor facing me, and I glance over to the other side to see my levels, and the the preview, the production and preview screens. So I don't need to see those very clearly. I can look on the lower left to see if there's any, encoding overload or something like that. Again, with a new computer, I'm going to mix things around here a little bit more. I think I mentioned before, when I do these racing games, well, heck, even when I do any sort of driving, I would like to have my racing stand up against the wall, because you can you can hit the brakes pretty hard and just push this thing forward. And if it's behind my desk, facing a desk, it pinches those cords back there, and that's not good. So I would like to mount my TV on the wall for my monitor. I could also use that same position for VR racing as well. Flying could be different. It could be off to one edge. I mean, flying VR would be the same spot, but anyway, I'm just gonna rethink this a little bit. I mean, I'm gonna take when I get a new computer. I'm gonna take.
We just had a car run wide.
Albon. Ooh.
Let's have a look. Now watch this. Here's the moment involving Albon. They're forced wide, and they won't be happy at all about that.
Came right back on though. So anyway, boy, it's funny now. I don't usually play with my glasses on because I usually sit back a little bit. But now I'm sitting up close to see this stuff, and I got my glasses on, and it looks sharp. I can read all the statistics. Now I'm gaming at 1080p because that's what my upload ends up being. And that, it's like what my computer can handle. But like I said, when those poor people out in the rain, they're handling it well. When I get the new computer, I'm going to take everything out of this room. I'm going to wipe down the walls, get the cobwebs out, vacuum, sweep, blow stuff down, dust and everything. Put it all back together in a slightly new fashion. The most ergonomic. I meant to, last time when I built this room out, I meant to show some before and afters. And I can still find those images and put them up if it's interesting. But I love this little room. And if I do that, now I'd have to do it again after I move stuff around. But it'd be neat to sort of show people what I was able to build down here. On a pretty, I'm not like a teenager, working a side job making nothing. I make some money, but I wouldn't be in any wealthy category. So I'd say I was able to put this room together on a budget, building it myself. Biggest cost. What would the biggest cost be? Probably the lights. Probably the lighting. I got some 4 canned lights over the top here. Maybe the paint. I mean, the rest of it was the 2x4s. I did my own walls, put the studs up on the concrete. I have 2 walls that are concrete, so I was able to put the studs up there, 2x6 along the bottom. I was able to put first you paint it down with like first you etch clean it, and then you paint it down with like a waterproof sealant, and then you use the sort of the foam board insulation. And then I put, I hung the drywall over the top of that. I got the drywall and these other things. They said it's like an 8x8 room. Hung everything up nice. Now it looks like a nice room. Spray painted the joists like a espresso brown. And the walls, the back 2 walls are like a light gray, like a nice lighter gray. And the other 2 walls are a deep purple, like a plum. Looks really nice together. And then I got this. It looks like a hardwood floor, but it's literally the peel and stick stuff. So it was, I want to say, just over $100 worth of flooring stuff. Cleaned the floor, put that down. Also did the the waterproofing on the floor there as well. And then the extravagant part was me getting the baseboards. I actually got the baseboards put in, so it looks like an actual proper room. Now there's spider webs and spiders along the bottom because it's in the basement, so I got to clean it out. I wasn't perfect on placing my electrical outlets, although I got electrical outlets on every wall. And I even have a feed here for cable if I needed to put a modem in here. But I actually ran my Ethernet cable from our router just up in my wife's office down around the corner here to go straight into my computer. I've got an HDMI port on the wall, so I could put another HDMI monitor on the other side if I'm working down the basement, just working. So I got my Ethernet right here. It's all it's all pretty good. I'm really happy with this. And, oh yeah, so I wasn't that great with placing a couple of my outlets, actually lining up my drywall cutouts with my outlets. So I had to cut them a little bit bigger. Because of that, I had to get jumbo plates, which I don't know, if you look at them, you don't think, oh, that's a jumbo plate. It looks like a regular plate. It's only when it's next to a regular one that you're like, oh, okay, I see. So, but to cover those holes. But it's the first time I'm not super handy. I've never really built much before, but and then when it came to the door, I've never hung a door before. I wasn't too confident in my ability to build out a frame and hang a door properly. But I built the door pretty good spec, and I was able to get the hanging bifold doors. So the bifold door is much easier. You screw a track on the top there. The hardest part was plumb bobbing the right side there to make sure that the door frame edges are, you know, straight down, because the basement is an angled thing. The basement floor has to angle towards the center point where the drain is. That way, if your basement floods and self-drains as best it can. So yeah, if I'm in this room and I push back on my chair a little, I will go rolling toward the doorway if I don't stop myself. It's not like, it's not like a hill or anything like that, but it's there. So the plumb bob makes it so that you can get those straight vertical, not straight as opposed to the floor, but as opposed to the earth. Hung that sucker on there, and that works good. Scrapes a little bit at one end because I'm not a mathematician, but I really like it. Really happy. Yeah. So the other things I want to get for here, I want to get maybe a different desk down here. Something where I could put. I've got this sort of flimsy shelf I got up. I got to change that out, and I'd like to get an 88 key keyboard with weighted keys, so I can use that in my music software. So one end of the room I'd have a piano, and I could use that to do some recording. I have an Ibanez bass, and I've got some music recording software, so it's not a bad gig, folks. I mean, I guess if you add up all the stuff, it's not cheap, but I put this together over quite a long period of time. I doubt it could be done cheaper. At least, I don't tend to break the bank. So, I mean, I think if you ran into anybody online who put together a setup like I have, I'm confident to say they'd have spent at least another $1.50 to $2,000 more than I did. And yeah, some of this took place during COVID, where everyone was. Unfortunately, yeah, I probably spent a little bit more. I mean, I forget what it was per 2x4. But oh man, before COVID, 2x4s were like $5 for an 8-foot length, 8-foot cut, and it got up to $7 something when I bought it. I think it got all the way up to like $9 or $10 at one point. But I spent an extra $2.50 per stud. And this room wasn't a. This was part of a larger refurb. I sort of semi-finished our entire basement, so this was kind of a throw-in. Like, hey, hon, since I'm doing all that, can I have an 8-foot square? And I was like, yes. She wanted the big room out there for the kids, so it wasn't a dank basement. It wanted it to be a room that they might want to go down in. And I tell you, folks, I mean, do it yourself. The internet is the Wild West. For some things, it's just scary. But for do-it-yourself stuff, you can learn. This guy went from being not handy to semi-finishing a basement. So the only things I won't touch is plumbing and electric, because I would either flood something or hurt or kill myself or start a fire. We bring people in for that. But we didn't run water down here. We don't have a sink down here, a utility sink. That's upstairs in our, so we didn't add anything down here other than We ran some electric for some lighting and stuff like that. Good stuff. And we got a guy. He's a great electrician, and he doesn't work for a lot of money, so we tell nobody about him. He's always incredibly busy because he's a great guy, warm, great guy who could charge more. And because he doesn't, we don't tell anybody. He's ours, and you can't have him. All right, let's see here. That's strapped on there. All right. Place the cantilever. Oh, did I pass? No, I didn't pass the pit window. I'm still running these tires down. Where are we on tire wear? All right, we could make it to about lap 40, they're saying. Both of them, maybe just before 40. Where are we at? 2 millimeters? I gotta keep an eye on that stuff. We're pretty much camped out at 9th and 14th. Magnussen's got Perez behind him who's going to pass him. So he's going to fall to 10th, but he should be able to get Gasly. I don't know when Gasly became this rock star. As long as he keeps Ricciardo behind him. Keep Ricciardo back there. I don't see him popping up yet. So that's good. He's got that brand new engine. He's got brand new everything. Schumacher. He's got Norris on his tail. He's got to be careful. Norris is going to try and push past him. So he's got his work cut out for him.
I locked up. Yep,
so much for that.
Understood.
Well, now you don't have to worry about that anymore.
And that's the lockup!
Enjoy 16th place. He has both teams' competitors up in front of him. Slow clap. I tell you, I was trying to find a way to put my reserve driver in, but they weren't having it. Okay, what did they say? Place a cantilever bracket on the extension rod and lock the knob. You got that? A cantilever. So, which is the cantilever? This has got to be it because this is lock the knob, and so. Right? Hold on a second. Let me find this here, folks. Which end is this thing? I can pull that thing out. I gotta look at this thing one more time. Okay, this is the end of the cantilever. Okay, so there's... What knob? What the heck is this guy talking about? This is a knob. Wait a second. This knob does not look like my knob. Hold on here. Ah, okay, this is not this. This is this one. But what the... Oh. See, this... Okay. Now, here's this thing is in another bag, and it says nothing about this. It doesn't say any of this. Place the cantilever bracket on the extension rod and lock the knob. Okay. What comes with the headphone hook? I already have a headphone hook hanging on the side here. I'm surprised he's keeping Perez behind him there. That's pretty good. Of course, Schumacher locks up. Of course. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. Alright, so this should go on the other side. Should go like this. That is the cantilever bracket, people. Well, maybe this goes this way, yeah, because this is going to have to... Boom. Although I don't know when this pivots on. Oh, I guess, okay, this is the part that pivots. That's why.
Oh, big lock up there.
Magnussen?
Red Bull moved up.
Why? Why? Why are my guys the only ones to ever lock up? Does anybody know? Anybody? Help a guy out here. Figure this thing out. Look at the boom. Boom. Booga. Wait, does this... Okay. So when that comes in, this naturally comes in. So this comes down. Why would that do that? This can't come out this way? Oh, okay, now it can. Yeah, I see. Alright, now I see that. Can it come back this? Oh, look at that. So I could turn this. No, that's got some tension there. I see. Oops, whoa. Sorry, folks. You can't see what I'm doing. I won't let you. Okay, there's the cantilever. Number 4 comes with a headphone hook. And what are they putting that on? Where are they putting it? Ah, they put that over here. They put that just past the last spring. I suppose I could have it over my head and sing like Sinatra. Does that snap into place? It's going to snap into place. There it is. Okay. That is that. 5 comes with 4 power cord clips. And it's got a clamp on it. A clamp. Now I don't need the clamp. But the power. So apparently I need to get my own thing. Is that what they're telling me? Now this, it says nothing about this. I've got an extra, oh maybe, okay, it's for a different size microphone. So now I take this mic off the base and I'm a little nervous about that. Bringing that down like this, okay, but that's good. Ooh, that's okay, because that bends over that way. So this, okay, this would come under here. Okay, I see how that is. Alright, so now this... Oh, okay, because that's going to need to be bigger. That's why this one fits for here. So, this goes on there. But is there... Right? Is it screw... Ah, that screws out like this. Wait, no. No, because then that would fall all the way down. So this has to go like this. But I need a nut then on the top of this, don't I? There's one, I'm sorry, I'm looking at this thing out here and I'm thinking I need another nut. So that this thing will stay. And then I can talk like this. And I can see how this can go from side to side. That's pretty good. But I want this to come down. That boom's a little high. Can this come down further? Wait a second. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to work this whole thing out, people. That does come down further. And this could come down even further here. So that this comes up. Like that. Alright, and this one, okay, so then this would be on here. Just like that. And I put this up here like this. And then be talking right here. So I'll be playing, and I can pull this out by my face. And let me get this a little further out. There we go. And that's how that one's gonna go. Alright, so I need... So this is the clasp. But I don't need the clasp. Why would that... Why would this piece... This piece would need to be right here. Right there, okay. So I'll be playing like this and, okay, talking like that, okay, cool. So this needs, I need a nut that can fit this thing. And that's gonna be it. And I wouldn't have this like this, would I go this way? Suppose I could. And then I'd run my cables back up this thing. Alright. Impressive. I think let me tighten these things to make sure. This seems a little loose. So I would tighten that. Oh, it still seems... Hold on a second here, people. This part. Oh! Son of gun. Okay, because this screws on. That's why. This was a little loose. Because it wasn't screwed on all the way. Alright. Now I just dropped the other piece. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. That pops in there like that. This is screwed on tight. This goes in here. What happened to Sector 3? Stays in Sector 3. That's
Seems to have been a lockup.
Schumacher! Come on, man. I don't even know where my... I couldn't even see it because of my... I'm tempted to just retire his ass. What's with you and your lockups? Come on, I can't replace him. How do I replace him with my reserve driver? I have to look that up for the next race because this is ridiculous. The guy can't stay on the track. Why this thing is very, very loose in its play here. Hold on a second. This part. Oh, that's because it's not even in there. Okay, hold on. That's why. Okay, get down in there. There you go. Now, I thought it looked so loose because it was. It wasn't. On there. This part. So I need a nut that can sit on that. Pretty good though. I like the look of this. I need to go into the next room and find that a nut that'll go on this thing. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. Plug this into the wall because I got to charge the iPhone. $20 notification. Oh my gosh, I'm getting to. Hold on a second here, people. I got to check something out. Sorry. What in the world? Hold on a second, I'm sorry. I may have to come back in a minute here. Let's see. Oop. Huh. Sorry. I'm checking some security camera stuff here. Oh boy. Sorry, I'll come back in a couple of minutes. I have to check this stuff here. We had a coyote go by today. I'm looking for some other activity here. Anyway, this so stuff. Anywho, there's a couple things I gotta check on my way up. So I need to plug this thing in because we need to charge the iPhone. Alright, so yeah, I've got this thing now on this, and it has a clasp. But I don't, I'm sorry, I got my pointer sitting right there. Who's in the pit? Russell? Magnussen is in 10th place. We got Gasly ahead of us. He's got to stay ahead of Ricardo and all those other guys. Yeah, shoot, I don't know what that's going to mean. Like, so this is the clasp. Can this come off of here? Hold on, let me check this out. So, does this clasp come off? No. This clasp is definitely part of this thing. Now, can this come off? No. This is also part of the clasp, but this is for an actual microphone. And this doesn't, right? This wouldn't go down here. I'm sorry, messing around with this thing. This wouldn't go down here and then go over the top because couldn't go over the top. It wouldn't lock anyway. Right? Yeah. So this has to go over the top. Or we'd have to have a nut on the bottom. But that's the way it goes. Now I can always push this. Nice. I can push this in front of here to keep it out of my way. Come on back here and play like this. Oh, this is going to be sweet. But I have to find that nut in the next room. So, you know what? We're on lap 40. Let's find out where we are in tire wear. Right, we're at 43.
They've locked up and gone straight on.
Latifi, he's way down here. Norris, Ricardo, 45, 40. We're at 43. We got to stay ahead of them. Schumacher's at 44. All right, Ricardo's in the pit. These guys are going to come out with more intermediates, right? See, Ricardo's going to come out with an intermediate. He does. All right, Leclerc too. So we're going to have, he's at 42. We're going to have him come in for the pit. Put on another pair of intermediates. 1.85. Again, intermediates are what are intermediates? Oh, 1 to 4. Unless we think it's unless 60%. No, it's gonna okay, we want him to come in. I'm sorry, we want him to come in. Okay, yeah, so 60% chance. All right, we'll go with these are fresh intermediates, so we'll go there.
Box, box.
Box, box.
All right, and then we're gonna need to send the kid in on the next run. So we'll go ahead and tell him to come in, the kid as well. Right? Yeah. So we'll give him box as well. New intermediates.
We'll box now. Copy, box.
We'll go over the rear to see if anybody else comes in here.
Is that a lockup?
Oh. We're 10th. Alright, we're going to stay ahead of Joe then. We're going to stay ahead of Joe, and Joe's got to come in the pit anyway. He's not coming in the pit now. He's hoping to catch up, but now, alright, so we got good tires for the rest of the race. That worked out pretty well. We'll do the over his shoulder for Schumacher as he comes in. See how that goes. Norris not coming in yet. Interesting. Oh my gosh, I'm getting activity on these motion cameras, people. I gotta check this stuff.
Pit entry. Yep, understood.
It's like such a wild turn
And
there.
white line, white line.
And white line, white line. It's gonna drop to 17th. We're all the way at the end. It's just excruciating. Don't drop to 18th. Don't drop to 18th. Come on out of here. Get it. Go. All right, you got it. All right. Hang on to 17th. Get on the gas. Get away from those guys. 248, huh? 70% chance of rain in 3 minutes. All right, 245. Looks like it's dropping down a little bit. That's good. That's good. All right. Shoemaker. A little bit on his own. All right, that's good. All right, go back to Magnussen. Gasly ahead of him. Joe behind him. He's directly in between the two of those guys. All right, so I have to find, now that I got that, I have to find this, looks like a 2 3/4 or 2 1/3 millimeters of damp. That's good for us right now. I'll be back in a few minutes, folks. I got to look for a nut. Be right back.
Was that a lockup on the track?
Well, folks, I'm back. Unfortunately, it looks like I have to buy something else. I'm going to spend my own hard-earned cash and buy a nut that goes over the top of this thing. I know I got have the specs here, so I know which one to get. But actually, I could bring this little piece to the store. Because this goes over there, the piece is going to go over it. I just need a nut to go around that, tighten it, and that sucker's on there, babies. Because this does fit nicely right through there. And I just get a nut. Bottom of it's basically a washer. That thing mounts on there. Perfect. The only part not included in the package.
Is it improving at all? It looks like to us it's not raining.
Copy.
Does that mean people are going to be coming in? 46 to 56, do we stay out? Do we just stay out? This is the question of the hour. Like, Verstappen's coming in. Perez is coming in. The track should dry up soon with 10 laps to go. Do we just stay on the intermediates? I think we do. I think we stay on the intermediates.
Safety car, safety car.
Okay.
So get just positive on the delta time. We'll stay out, get just positive on the delta time.
Understood.
Okay, so Schumacher's way down here at 16. There is less than a millimeter. Does he go to soft? We're going to try this. We'll bring him in for soft.
And DRS is now disabled. DRS disabled.
We've just had a crash on the track.
We're stopping. Wow. And we're going to leave Magnussen. And he's out. Oh my gosh. We're going to leave Magnussen out there on his intermediates. Sorry, I have to check these motion cameras. Oh my goodness, come on, come on.
Oops.
Understood.
Okay, I've gotta change something here. Hamilton's on soft. All these guys are out on soft. Magnussen, get around these guys. Get around these punks. Do it. Get around them. Come on, Magnussen. Come on, get around them. Get around some of them. Get around some of them. They're all leaving the pit. Get around a couple of them at least. Alright, 7th. Okay, alright, that worked. He's gonna stay. And what's his face is on Schumacher's on soft. Alright, so 7th. We got Gasly and Perez behind us. Sorry. My attention is taken by something else here in the house. Okay, but that's it. Okay, so put that back down. Tire severely overheating. Severely overheating. I can't have him pit though. I can't have him pit. He's... Right? Or do I have to? I don't know what to do, people. I don't know what to do with these tires. He's got what's his face right there. The next guy behind him, Perez, Ricardo's back here. Perez, Ricardo. Schumacher's up at 14. How many laps left? He's on 48. Hug. Man, you suck. Oh.
Typical.
Can you pass on that? Come on, Magnussen. Why do you suck so bad? I mean, he's on 48 of 56. I'm just going to leave him. Right? Unless that car doesn't come in now. Unless the car doesn't come in now. Maybe this has got to be his pit. If the safety car doesn't come in, I think I got to have him pit. He's going to fall, but then he can come back. Alright. He's going to fall, but then he can come back.
Box.
Box.
I don't know. I don't know what to think here. But he's not the only one going in. He'll fall way down. Ah, crap, he beat us out. Man. Get ahead of him, get ahead of him. Don't let him get out. Don't let Ricardo get past you. Okay, alright, good. Alright, okay. This is okay. That ended up okay. Now Ricardo's still in the points though. We don't like that. We want Tsunoda to pass him. But Tsunoda's way the heck back here. Kevin, if you end up crashing, I'm gonna replace you. Don't crash. I don't want to replace you. Don't make me do it. Because it's frustrating. ERS at 39, engines at 39. Oh, what a race, people. What a crazy, crazy race. Alright, well, alright, we got less than 10 laps to go. Let's get this thing in the books. Let's get these points. It's going to be... The crowd's already starting to cheer.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap.
Copy.
Problem is we got Ricardo right on us. Now we've got Leclerc in front of us. We're not going to get him. But we're not behind Leclerc, are we? I mean, this looks like Bottas, isn't it? Or is this Joe? This is Leclerc.
Okay, the safety car is going in. Verstappen has the pack.
Copy.
Verstappen. Verstappen's out. Alright. He's trying to get around him. Didn't work. Yeah, keep Ricardo behind you. Alright, that worked. Alright, you got a little distance between you there. That's good. When are you going to use your DRS? We're doing good on these turns. Alright, that's good. That's good pace management. He's not using his DRS yet, though. He's going to use it on the back stretch. Alright, now let's see where he can go. DRS enabled? No? You're not going to enable your DRS on the stretch. On the long back stretch, you're not going to do it. Oh my goodness. Kevin, when will you use your DRS if you don't use it on the longest stretch? On the home stretch, maybe?
Oh,
Glitch is getting to a rhythm.
Norris got around you, oh my gosh.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
Here it comes, here it comes. Get ready for your DRS. Here you go, get it. Use your DRS, use your DRS. Use it. What are you waiting for?
6 laps remaining.
This is just so frustrating. Frustrating. Tinga. Oh my gosh. This other thing I got going on here is frustrating me as well. All right, well. I gotta get going here pretty soon. Once this race is over. I got stuff I gotta take care of. Outside here.
DRS enabled.
DRS, oh, DRS is enabled. Well, that's why he didn't use it.
5 laps remaining.
Copy that.
Unbelievable. I'm looking at something here, I'm sorry. It's bothering me. Oh my gosh, people. What's wrong with this thing? There we go. Oh, so many things frustrating me right now. Okay, we're still in 9th, I'm sorry. Not much for voiceover going on in this thing, but it looks like we're in a good place to keep these points.
4 laps remaining.
4 laps. Schumacher's going to get nothing. Magnussen racing. He's not going to get past Leclerc, is he? Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think so. He can, but I don't think he will.
4 laps remaining.
Tires getting a little warm. Who are you again? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're 14th place. Yeah, don't worry about it. So there's the competition in front of him. There's his competition behind him. Huh. Doesn't have much to worry about back there. It's ooh, he's on Leclerc. Oh boy. All right. Come on, get on it. Get on your DRS. Get on your DRS. Coming on this last grouping here. 53, 56, 3 more laps to go. Use your DRS on the home straight. If you don't, I don't know what you're waiting for. There it is. Okay, it's open. He's going.
3 laps remaining.
He should be catching Gasly there. All right, there's Gasly. He's on him. He has the potential. Oh, that would be great. Oh my goodness, Kevin. If you can get around Gasly, I'll stop talking bad about you. Oh man, he's on him. You never know. He could use his DRS and get around him. Unfortunately, he's only going to do it on that home stretch. But he's positioned for it, and if he does do it with this few laps left, I don't think Gasly will get him back. He's trying it now. Oh, but Gasly has his open too. All right, well, but if we get ours and Gasly doesn't put his on, ooh, he's going for it. Come on, Kevin. Make us proud. Competitor spun, okay. Oh, I hope it's not a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag.
Yellow.
Nope.
Copy.
It's okay, it's okay. Vettel's back there. He's not off the track. Alright, it's back on now. He's going to have 1 lap left. Let's see here, let's see. Get on it, go.
We'll totally
Open.
catch them up, okay?
Oh, but he's opening it too. because he's trying to catch him.
2 laps to go.
2 laps.
Copy that.
All right, 2 laps. Ocon overtakes Schumacher. Back down to 15th. He keeps opening, Gasly keeps opening his DRS whenever we try and get around him. If he ever didn't at one point, if he were too far back, if he falls too far behind the guy ahead of him and he doesn't use his DRS, we could get around him on the last lap. That would be awesome. He's not using it here. He's probably going to use it here, though. Is he or is he? I don't know. He's not. He's just going to match Ocon. Oh, he's got it open. He's got it open. He's going for it. He's going for it. He's closing. He's closing. He's trying. Well, if he does it, that would be awesome. What a finish. The driver locked up. What's that stutter? Who is it? Oh, okay. Multiple cars crashed.
Who's that just crashed?
Well, yeah, I want to see
Let's
this.
see what happened there. Now let's look at this. Here's George Russell.
Oh,
And there's the collision. It's caused absolute carnage.
oh my gosh. Magnussen up in 7th now. Go for it, go for it. Get around him, get around him. Get around him. How come we can't catch him? What's with AlphaTauri's car?
Starting final lap.
Come on, man. Get around him right at the end. Pass him at the end. Oh, what a finish. Of course, now McLaren's going to get more points, but we'll still get more points than McLaren unless something bad happens. But, oh, it'd be nice to get around Gasly. Use your DRS whenever. He's on him like glue, though. Again, if we use the DRS and he doesn't, we have a chance. Not a big one. But okay, there he goes. He's trying to get him on the inside. Get him, Kev. Get him, Kev. Get him, Kev. Get him on the inside. Get him on the inside. Yes! Yes! Now you gotta hold this. Now you gotta hold this. You can't give it up. You can't give it up.
Kev, so we're P6.
Oh, no, Kev. No, Kev. No, Kev. Inside. Inside. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my
Haas
gosh.
with an overtake.
Oh, my gosh. Don't let him get around you. Don't give him that lane. Cut in. Cut in, Kev. Cut in. You have to cut in. Hold this. Hold this. Competitor 1. Who is it? Here we come. Here we come. He's trying to get us. He's trying to get us.
Checkered flag.
Yes! 6!
Well done, man.
Good
Nice.
drive, mate. Can you go mode slow, please?
Oh, man. Oh, that's big. I think that ties his best thus far. Well done. All right. Gonna end that off as everybody else comes in, folks. Thanks for watching. Catch the next one. I think we're down to Mexico City. We'll see you down there for fun. Again, Tommy Naperville on Twitch for the in-between race stuff.
Checkered flag,
Bye now.
checkered flag.
I'm very sorry about that.
Kevin Magnussen showing us how it's done. A great result. This is a good result for Haas, more than enough to satisfy the whole team.
The whole team was absolutely on their game today, and the result proves that.
After the race, they sit in 7th place in the constructor standings.
We're nearing the end of the season, and it's time for some serious heat. Stay with us as Formula One moves to Mexico City.